Good morning, friends. It's been a few weeks since I filmed my last vlog. I've been really busy at the moment with work and also with my TikTok. I've been trying to create more TikTok videos. So because of that, I haven't really been creating YouTube vlogs. And to be honest, there hasn't been, well, that's not true. There's been a lot going on lately, but we'll get into that later. But I just wanted to come here quickly and just say hello. When I woke up today, I really wanted to create this vlog. I really do enjoy vlogging and just showing you guys glimpses into my everyday life. So I figured why not do it today? Today is a bit of a slower work day for me as well. So I'm just getting a head start. I actually don't start work for another few hours, but I just wanted to get on and organize a few things. And then I'm going to take myself out for a solo hot pot date. For any of you guys who also follow me on TikTok, you will probably have seen a video of me talking about how I occasionally like to go out for solo hot pot dates or just solo day dates in general. And I think today will be one of those days. I'm going to take myself out to this really delicious Hong Kong hot pot place called Bangkok. It's actually one of my top favorites in Bangkok. I've been going there for the last, I would say, maybe 7 or 8 years. I think when I was introduced to this place, I was like in my early 20s. So it must be close to a decade now, to be honest. I used to go there every single weekend with my friends, Bam and Biggie, until we found Momo Paradise. And yeah, they don't go to Bangkok anymore, but I still go every month or every few months, depending on if I'm in the city or not. So the branch that I normally go to has shut down. They used to have like 4 or 5 branches across the city, and now they only have one, and I haven't checked out this new branch yet. So I figured why not go today? This new branch and the last branch that they have is at M9 Square, and you can get there through the MRT or by the MRT, and it's MRT Hoi Kwang. So I figured why not just hop onto the train, go there and check out the new branch and have a really good lunch. But yeah, I figured I would take you guys along with me while I go about through my day, and hopefully you guys enjoy this vlog. Okay, so it's lunchtime and I'm gonna head over to Bangkok to do my solo hot pot date. I was gonna take the MRT, but to get to the MRT, I usually take this like little buggy from my condo, and like the condo guy, he like just drives me there in that buggy, and then I get on to the MRT. But it's lunchtime for them as well, and I don't want to have to ask them to drive me while they're like on their lunch break. So I think I'm gonna motorbike, and then on the way back, I'll try to take the MRT and buggy back, because the MRT is just safer than going on a bike, to be honest. But a bike is much faster, so yeah, I'll just do both. Alright, I made it to the restaurant, and guys, the bike ride that I had was just crazy. I kind of regret like taking a bike here instead of taking the MRT, because there was just so much traffic. It started to rain, and the guy was a bit of a crazy driver. Yeah, it was just such a stressful experience. I am at the restaurant now, and this branch is quite nice. It's pretty spacious, clean, and the food looks fresh, so I'm pretty happy about that. I am trying to overcome my shyness about like filming in public and speaking to the camera in public. My heart is like beating right now. I don't know why. So anxious about it, but I really do want to work on that. So here I am, talking to a camera at hotpot by myself. I need to get over that shyness aspect of things, because people don't care. Like, people really are just most of the time worried about themselves. They're not going to be paying attention to you. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. So one of my favorite things about this restaurant is that there's just so many options. I think they have like 200 different like ingredients. So they have like a station where you can just pick up different meats, fish, veggies, and then they have a dipping sauce station where you can go make your own dipping sauce, which is what I did. I just made like the suki dipping sauce. And then there's a drinks bar where there's sodas. I opted for a orange Fanta, and then they have Bangkok tea, so their specialty tea, and they also have like bubbles for the tea. And then they have a dessert section where they have like little cakes and things. They have ice cream, and then they have their specialty desserts, which is like the Hong Kong waffle and stuff like that, which is where you take this and you go up and you tell them what you want. I think what you can choose from right now is like the Hong Kong waffle, the creme brulee, and I think there's something else, some sort of like lychee dessert drink thingy. So yeah, I'm gonna get a waffle after this. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty full actually. I've had a few plates of veggies with meats, and now I'm on seafood. So I got crab and salmon head, which I really love. I have just finished hotpot and now I'm heading home. I'm gonna take the MRT back because I don't want to get back onto a bike again, and hopefully it doesn't start pouring by the time I get out of the MRT station, because it's been raining every single day and it's just been a little bit inconvenient, but fingers crossed. Taking a little stroll down my road. That was a toasty little walk. It started out like really nice and cool, and then halfway into this walk it got pretty toasty, and now I'm quite sweaty. So yeah, just super happy that I got home before the rain comes, because it's just not fun getting stranded out in the rain. But anyways, I wanted to just come here and quickly also just share with you guys this bag that I've been really enjoying. It's from this Thai brand called Knack Bag, and I ordered it off Shopee. I saw it and I just really liked this nice suede brown. Brought it out with me to go to Hotpot, and then just used it for all of my things today, and I was just reminded of just how like nice this bag is and how much it holds. Like, it holds so much stuff. Let me show you guys. It's just a shoulder bag, by the way, which is why I'm so impressed, because usually all of my shoulder bags are quite small and won't hold more than just like my phone, my wallet, and maybe my portable charger. But this holds my DJI Osmo Pocket accessories, my microphone, my my card holder, my lip gloss, just wet wipes. I always carry wet wipes with me, and another DJI Osmo Pocket like accessory, my coin bag, another DJI Osmo Pocket accessory, my portable charger, my little mirror, my mouth spray, lip liner, my hair clip thingy, my hair claw, my AirPods, and my eye drops. And then in this little pocket here, I have my contacts. I always carry an extra pair of contacts, my floss, and my lip balm thing here. But yeah, I'm super impressed by how much this held. because it was just so comfortable. I didn't even realize I packed so much stuff until I got home and I looked into my bag and I was like, oh my God, like I have so much stuff packed away in here. I am back at my desk. I took a little break and did a little bit of reading and then caught up on some emails as well from bed. Just because it's such a nice day today, like it's quite cloudy, but there's a slight breeze. So on days like this, I like to sit near my bed and open my windows, and there's like a nest of birds. I don't know if it's no, it's not a nest of birds. It's a flock of birds that live in the like this little clearing outside my apartment. Across from my room, there's an empty lot that's being sold, like a piece of land. And there's tons of birds there, and they always chirp, and it's just really nice. Like it's you don't often get to hear a lot of naturey like sounds in the city. So on days like this, when it's not too hot, I do like to open the window and just sit there, do some work, hear the birds chirping, listen to like the city noises. And Hazel seems to like it as well because she came to lay down next to me and she actually fell asleep. Lucky girl, she can sleep whenever she wants, doesn't have to worry about paying bills. It's a good life for a dog. But I'm back at my desk now because I still have quite a few things I need to do, and then I will finish up my late evening meetings, get into bed, do some more reading, and then try to get a good night's sleep. I'm currently reading Heir of Fire. I think that's what it's called. Let me just look it up. Yeah, so it's The Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, and this is part of her Throne of Glass series. I really, really enjoyed her other series, Akatar, A Court of Throne and Roses. I think that's A Court of Throne and Roses. Akatar? Yeah, sorry. My brain is also slowing down now, but it's too late to have more coffee. It's 6 p.m., so there's no more caffeine in the picture for me tonight. But yeah, so I really, really loved that series. I started that series sometime last year, and then I just finished all of them, and I was obsessed. And I was reading through some Reddit threads, and people recommended the Throne of Glass series, so I started it. And I'll be honest and say the first few books I wasn't sold. It took me so long to finish the first book that I read from this series. I think it's The Assassin's Blade. It also took me quite a while to get through the second book from the series that I read, which was Crown of Midnight. I always forget like what order these books are in. Yeah, so I started with The Assassin's Blade, and then I went to Crown of Midnight, and now I'm on Heir of Fire. So Assassin's Blade, it was good. I really actually enjoyed it. But it took me a while to get into it, but I did finish it. And then eventually I moved on to Crown of Midnight. And this one took me even longer to get through. I think it took me nearly, 6 months to get through, just because I kept reading and then stopping and then picking up again and then stopping. And eventually something just clicked and I stuck it out, and now I'm hooked on the series. So Heir of Fire has got me reading like through it like so fast, and I'm really enjoying it. And then I'm also trying to add in some like educational books as well. So I'm reading economics in one lesson, which is a tough book for me to read, just because one, I'm not a economics girly, and I've just never really had that much of an interest in like economics or anything like that. But in the last few years, as I've matured, I have started to become a lot more aware of the fact that I need to be focused on self-improvement and continuously like learning, just really making sure that I'm keeping my brain challenged and learning new things, and honestly like managing finances, investing, all these things. While it's not necessarily the most fun thing for most people, it's something that's so important to learn and to be able to execute in your own life, because your relationship with money is going to determine how the rest of your life is going to look like. And that only kind of really hit me in the last few years. I know. It's, I mean, growing up, I was never really taught how to manage my finances, how to budget, how to do anything really. So I just didn't come from that background, and I'm having to learn it all now. Well, not now. I've actually spent the last few years like learning about how to budget, manage finances, invest in all these things, but it's really just started to click more recently now, like that I need to get very serious about it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm reading more about economics, about how to manage my money and how to prepare for retirement one day and ensure that my husband and I and our future kids are going to be comfortable, and how to also educate my kids in the future how to manage their money and budget. There's like so many things that I'm learning now that I wish I had learned when I was younger, but honestly, we all come from different backgrounds, from different upbringings, and we've all had access to different privileges. So I don't think there's any right or wrong time to learn something, as long as you're open to learning and you're continuously trying to improve yourself. I think that's all that really matters. And that's the situation I'm in. It's funny because when I was in my early 20s, I thought it was too late for me to learn all these things. In my head, I was so stubborn about it. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I didn't grow up learning about all these things. I've never like had help with it. So like it's too late for me to learn. I'm never going to be good at it, etc., etc. However, it's such BS because you're never too old to learn something. And when I was in my early 20s thinking all that, I was definitely not too old to be learning it. But anyways, long story short, I'm at a stage in my life where I'm very like hungry for knowledge and self-development, and I just want to absorb and learn as much as I possibly can. When Max and I have children, I'll be able to pass that knowledge down and teach them how to manage their money, budget, invest, and do all these things from an early age, so that they don't have the same challenges that I did when I was growing up and starting out on my own and very confused about how things worked and whatnot. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, at the moment, that's where my reading list is. I'm reading Economics in One Lesson, and then I'm reading Air of Fire, and then I'm also reading a true crime book, not a true crime, sorry, a thriller, like psychological thriller book by, gosh, what is her name? Frida something? I'll have to look it up again, but I'm reading The Housemaid 2. I think it's The Housemaid's Secret or something like that. So yeah, I have quite a few books in rotation right now. And yeah, just trying to keep it a little bit diverse there. Okay, please excuse the shininess on my face right now. I don't have my aircon on because it's a really nice, cool evening outside. So I decided to leave my windows open so that fresh air can come in. And I also have like a ring light right behind my camera right now because the lighting in my kitchen is horrendous. So all of that is just leaving me a little bit shiny, but to be honest, like I don't really feel that oily. I think it's just the lighting and a little bit of humidity. But anyways, let me just go wash my hands. All right. Anyways, I just finished my work calls and the rest of my work evening basically, and I've decided to treat myself to some cookies. These are from Honey Loves to Cook. I've been ordering from her for about maybe like 3, 4 years now. I remember I was living at President Park when we found her, and she was living right down the road. And it was just like this girl making really delicious cookies, like American style cookies and like other treats. And in the last few years, she really went just super viral, and now she has her own little shop, and like she's doing super, super well. She makes some of the best cookies I've ever had in Thailand. I used to order her cookies multiple times a week, and it just got a little bit out of control, so I had to stop. And now I just order it every once in a while as a treat. But my favorite cookies from her are these marshmallow cookies. And what I like to do before eating them is I like to just heat them up in my air fryer so that they're a little bit toasty. Well, they're warmed up, and then also the marshmallows get a little bit toasty. And I use like a little air fryer liner, parchment liner,